Once again, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Mahi Fitness. This is your host Mahin. Registration number 11814431. Postcode PED308, and today we are going to talk about various fundamental movements of our body. So without any delay, let's roll the intro. There are various fundamental movements in our body which we use in our day-to-day life and in our exercises too. Today I'm going to demonstrate some of the fundamental exercises with the day-to-day movements used in our body. So the first movement which we are going to perform today is flexion. In our day-to-day life, when you go to the gym and tell your friends that you're working on your bicep, you flex your arm like this and show your bicep. Here you are doing flexion movement where you are decreasing the angle between your elbow and your bicep and you are contracting your muscle. This is called flexion. This movement is called flexion. Secondly, we are talking about extension. From the same position of flexion, when you are showing your friend your tricep like this, you are extending or straightening your arm and you are increasing the angle between the two joints. So that is called extension or tricep extension. This movement is called extension of tricep. The third movement which we are going to discuss is abduction. Abduction is moving your limb away from the center line of your body. For example, if I am moving my hand outward, it is called abduction. Similarly, if I am moving my leg outside to the midline of my body, is called abduction. Similarly, from the same position, if I am coming back to the normal position, that is towards the center line of my body, and placing my leg towards the center line of my body, this is called adduction. So moving your limb away from the center line of your body is abduction, and towards the center line of your body is called adduction. Now the next movement is circumduction. Moving your limb in a circular pathway is called circumduction. For example, if I am making a circle from my arm, it's called circumduction. You can also see this movement this way, that I am following a circular path, that is called circumduction. Now the next movement is rotation. Rotation movement is a movement in which your limb rotates in a longitudinal axis. For example, if someone call you and you watch to that person and move your head like this, to the left or to the right, this is called neck rotation. You are rotating your neck towards left or right. Rotation can also be understood as there are other two movements of rotation. The first one is medial rotation. When you are rotating your limb towards the midline of your body, is called medial rotation. For example, my hand, if I am rotating my hand inwards like this, it's called medial rotation because it is coming to the center line of our body. Medial rotation, this movement. And the next movement is lateral rotation. From this movement, when we are keeping our hand outside like this, it's called lateral rotation. From this position to this position, lateral rotation, because it is moving outside the line of our body. So medial rotation, lateral rotation. The next movements are radial and Euler deviation. When we are talking about radial and Euler deviation, this is very easy to understand. In our hand, there are two types of bone, the bigger bone is radius and the smaller bone is ulna. When my arm is like in this position and I am deviating my arm inwards towards the radius like this, it's called radial deviation. From a neutral position towards the radius is called radial deviation, and from the same, when I'm moving it outwards towards the ulna, that is ulnar deviation. Ulnar deviation. So this is called radial and this is called ulnar deviation. Now the next movement is hyperextension. Hyperextension is the movement of limb beyond its limit. For example, if I am lying down in a position where my back is there in 180 and I am extending it backwards like this. From this to this is called hyperextension of lower back. Hyperextension of lower back. In hyperextension, we are moving our limbs beyond to its limit, where my lower back limit is 180, I am extending it more. So it's called hyperextension. The next movement are plantar flexion and dorsiflexion. This movement is widely used when you are driving a car. When you are accelerating, you press the accelerator of your car, then that movement is called dorsiflexion. As you can see out here, I am pressing the accelerator of the car, or I am increasing or extending my ankle. So this movement is called dorsiflexion. From normal position to extending position, it's called dorsiflexion. And when I am moving it back to its normal position, it's called plantar flexion. That is decreasing the angle between my ankle from neutral position to flexed position. These two movements are called plantar flexion and dorsiflexion. So the next movement which we are going to cover is pronation and supination. When you are taking soup from your friend like this, you are doing supination. And when you are keeping your hand back to your thigh, it's called pronation. When you are wanting something from your friend, you are doing supination, and when you are keeping back your hand, it's called pronation. So these movements are called supination, where your palm face upwards, and when your palm face downwards, it's called pronation. Next movements are protraction and retraction. When you are moving your mandible forward like this, it's called protraction, and when you are keeping it back, it's called retraction. Protraction and retraction. This could be also applied to our scapula, like when you are moving your scapula, throwing it forward like this, it's protraction, and when you are moving it back like this, it's retraction. Protraction, retraction. Now the next movements are elevation and depression. When you are moving your shoulder blades or the scapula upwards, it's elevation, and when you are moving it down back, it's called depression. Elevation of shoulder, depression of shoulders. Elevation and depression. The next movements are inversion and eversion. It could be seen in the ankle joint of our leg. As you can see, when I am rotating the ankle inwards, it's called inversion. From a neutral position to the rotation of ankle inwards is called inversion. At the same point of time, when I am moving or rotating my ankle outwards like this, I am doing eversion. From this place to rotation outside, it's called eversion. So inversion and this is eversion. Now the next movement which we are going to discuss are opposition and reposition. It could be seen in our palms. When my thumb is touching any finger, it's called opposition. Any of my finger is touching my thumb is called opposition, and when it's back to its original position like this, it's called reposition. From opposition to normal position, it's called reposition. So touching the thumb with finger is opposition and moving it back to its normal place is called reposition. The last few fundamental movements which we are going to discuss are lateral bending, left or right, and horizontal abduction. When we are standing straight and bending our trunk towards left or bending of trunk towards right is called lateral flexion or lateral bending. The next movement is horizontal abduction. When I am placing my hand here and moving it outwards like this is called horizontal abduction. From this position outside the midline of our body, horizontal abduction, and keeping it back to its normal position like this, it's called horizontal adduction. Horizontal abduction and horizontal adduction. So I hope you understand all the fundamental movements which I told you today, and I hope you will find this video useful for you. Thank you and have a nice day.